I understand what it's like to finally make that decision that you will completely change your financial situation and then lose all of that drive and enthusiasm when you hear that it's likely to take a while. That realization can hit you like a brick. But don't you worry, my friend. I've got you covered. There are some things which you can do at a lower scale to help you move the needle in the right direction. And that is exactly what we will talk about in this video. Hello and welcome to the Savvy Corner. My name is Alisa and I am so excited to have you on the channel. If this is your first time here, I make videos about personal and business finances, financial well-being and money mindset. Of course, if you're not new, you already know that, so welcome back and thanks for stopping by again. In today's video, I am addressing a scenario which I bump into often enough that I feel it deserves its own video. And that is people expecting quick results when it comes to turning their finances around. I'm sorry to say, there's no such thing as quick results. Actually, I will rephrase that. I'm not sorry. There is no such thing as quick results. Our current financial situation is the work of our lifetime. We didn't get where we are now in an instant. We got here as a consequence of a series of financial decisions and the way of thinking about money that influenced those decisions. So if it took us years to get to this point, can we realistically expect to make a radical change overnight? Of course not. Depending on our individual circumstances and how much time and energy we are willing to invest, it will take months, if not years. This is something I have to address with quite a few people who are interested in working with me. I ask them what they're trying to achieve and they lay it all out for me. And for some of them, it might take several minutes just to list all of their goals. That's how great is the scale at which they want to change. And then I tell them, okay, this is likely to take you between, let's say, 9 months and 1 year. And they look at me in disbelief. How long? Yeah, it's likely to take this long if you want to see significant results. And more importantly, if you want to build up the habits to allow you to maintain those results. Look, I understand what it's like to finally make that decision that you will completely change your financial situation and then lose all of that drive and enthusiasm when you hear that it's likely to take a while. That realization can hit you like a brick. But don't you worry, my friend. I've got you covered. There are some things which you can do at a lower scale to help you move the needle in the right direction. And that is exactly what we will talk about in this video. So let's assume you want to see some results in the immediate future, and you are willing to invest, let's say, between 1 and 2 hours every day for a week. What can you do? I've structured the content of this video around the daily tasks that you can perform starting on a Monday. Again, these strategies will not completely change your circumstances, but they will help you get closer to your goals and provide some small quick wins to help keep you motivated. So let's jump straight in, shall we? Okay, your task for Monday is to take stock. In order to improve something, you need to know what to improve on. Therefore, assessing your current financial situation is the first thing you need to do. Where are you now financially? Probably the easiest way for you to do this is to calculate your net worth. Your net worth represents the difference between what you own, so your assets, and what you owe, your liabilities. Let me give you some examples of assets. Cash in hand, savings, investments, pension pots, vehicles, jewelry, property, anything that's valuable. And liabilities are things like debts, so credit cards, overdrafts, personal loans, car loans, student loans, mortgages, and so on. Assets minus liabilities equals your net worth. This is only one way of assessing your situation and taking stock, but if you want to explore with different ways of how you can do this, I've written an article on Harvard Business Review Ascend where I cover the topic. So I will link it for you in the description box. And that's Monday done. On Tuesday, I want you to identify one thing that you can do this week which will make a difference to your financial situation. I don't care how small this thing is, as long as it will make a difference. For example, you might want to increase the direct debit that you have set off to pay off your credit card by, let's say, £20 a month. Or maybe you want to book a call with a pensions advisor. Perhaps you want to claim your business expenses at work or organize your financial paperwork. Or maybe it's getting in touch with me to see how financial coaching can help you. Be smart about how you choose this one thing. We all have commitments during the week and we have a limited pool of resources such as energy and time. So apply the Pareto principle here. What one thing could you choose that would take 20% effort and deliver 80% results? Now, wasn't Tuesday easy peasy? If you're enjoying this video so far, why not give it a thumbs up? It really helps to support the channel. All done? Alright, let's move on then. Wednesday is action day. Start working on the one thing you identified on Tuesday. A word of warning here. Planning excessively is not the equivalent of taking action. Are you familiar with the term procrastinating? It's exactly what it says on the tin, using planning as an excuse to procrastinate. You don't want to fall into that trap. Don't try to get everything perfect in your head before you start. Some planning is okay, but aim to keep it minimal and start doing. Pick up the phone, arrange that meeting, start organizing your paperwork, fill in that expense claim form, open your bank statements and start monitoring your expenditure. Whatever it is, take action. On Thursday, you'll have time to reflect. How did taking action feel like? Did you gain momentum and you did more than maybe you initially planned? Or did you find the task a bit too overwhelming and you procrastinated? If that's the case, it's not too late to work on it. You get an extra day to finish up the action you started. So break it down into manageable steps if it's overwhelming and start with the first one. On Friday, I want you to think about the future. Think about the difference that this one thing you did this week made. It could have given you peace of mind. Maybe it's taken away some of that anxiety you feel when it comes to money. Perhaps it helped you reduce interest fees or late payment penalties. Now imagine what difference it would make if you were to consistently do one small thing every day or every week for the next 6 months or 1 year. Whatever you imagined is probably modest in comparison with the actual results you can expect because of the compounding effect. Now, I wrote an article about the ripple effects of small actions taken on a consistent basis, and if you'd like to read it, I will of course link it for you in the description box below. And here we are into the weekend where I want you to make a commitment. Now that you can imagine the benefits of taking consistent action, what will you commit to doing? Sometimes a verbal commitment or a silent one to ourselves is not enough to keep us motivated. So I encourage you to externalize your commitment. This can mean telling a friend what you intend to do and ask them to keep you accountable, or doing something that has a symbolic meaning for you. A former client of mine was committed to not adding to their credit card debt, not even a single penny. So their bold statement was to take a pair of scissors and cut their credit card in half. They wanted to make sure that they burned that bridge completely in case they ever wanted to cross it again. How will you state your commitment? If you want an accountability partner, I am told that I make an excellent one. Get in touch if you want to discuss working together. The link to my diary will be in the description box below. Okay, I've given you a few pointers on how you can make small changes to your financial situation within a short period of time, such as a week. You might notice that I focused on finance practicalities and not so much on mindset. However, money mindset plays a huge role in our financial situation. So if you have a bit more time than a week to dedicate to improving your finances, then I suggest you go and download my free ebook, 5 Ways to a Better Financial Story. The ebook has a more balanced approach between money mindset and finance practicalities, and it would make a very nice companion to this video. Again, I will put a link to it in the description box below. Did you enjoy this video? If you did, please consider subscribing for similar content. Don't forget to hit the bell as well so you don't miss any future ones. And on that note, I will leave you with the 2 that are suggested on the screen right now. I will thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!